All right, so far I've removed the windscreen and the mirrors on both sides. I have some new ones on the way. And then once that's done, it needs tires, brakes, oil change, and I'm trying to find this rear fairing. I found one. I've messaged the guy on Marketplace, but we'll see if he gets back to me. It's the same color and it's minty. It doesn't have this giant crack in here. It only has a tiny little crack down here, but that's not a big deal. And I've ordered some new signals because these ones are broken. So yeah, we'll get her on the road in no time. Yeah, it's a nice bike. All right, we're back at the shop. Today we're gonna do front brakes. They're pretty simple actually. I've watched some videos on YouTube and a lot of the guys are taking the whole caliper off. I'm doing it here, but you don't need to. You just need to undo the 2 bolts and the pads slide out the top, and then you pack it with the new ones and tighten it all back up. Same thing on this side. It's got 2 sides. But I also got the new rear fairing. So how lucky is that, eh? Same color, same stickers, not cracked. It's all in one piece. There's one tiny little crack right there, so I'm not really too concerned about that. As you can see, mine's way worse. It's got a huge jumble mess here. Anywho, I'm going to be replacing that. I'll probably use that on the wall as decoration or something. We'll see. But that's the plan for today. Get those 2 things off the checklist. Front brakes, rear fairing, and the rest of the stuff should be here tomorrow, like the windshield, the mirrors. I have the rear brakes, but I need the disc, but I got to pull the wheels off anyways because I got to do tires on this thing. But there you go. Now I'm really hoping those are not illegal, those marker lights, because the ones I got are similar. From what I read, they're supposed to be 3.3 inches away from the center of the stoplights. So another aftermarket thing on this is those taillights are not OEM, they're aftermarket. But from what I understand, it's got to be from the center of the bike. I don't know if it's from the center of the bike. I mean, the original light was one piece, so I'm assuming it's from the center of the bike 3.3 inches over, so they got to be almost 7 inches apart. But we'll find out when I get it inspected. All right, I got it all off. I had to pull the seat off. It was just 4 screws on either side, 2 down here, 2, one up, one, and same on the other side. And then all the bottom clips, they go from the bottom up on here. You can see the holes, and then this piece just stays. And it kind of just slides off. So let's get this new one on and I'll show you guys when it's all done. Well, that's back on. It does look to be slightly different shade of gray now. I don't know. Looks good though. I'm happy with it. Now let's do the brakes. So the brakes are fairly easy. You just undo these 2 bolts, that one, and then try and push the pistons back against the old pads, and then the old pads will slide right out the top. And here's the new set, and they just slide right in, and then the bolt goes through and keeps them in place. So let's get it. So these pins come out. This plate comes out after. This is held in place by those pins as well. We'll give this guy a nice good clean. And let me turn some light on for you. So you see, those actually look really good. I don't know if I want to replace them. but they just wiggle out. See what I mean? So you don't necessarily have to you don't have to pull the caliper off to do these brakes. I don't know why most guys are doing it. It's not necessary. So now, do I do them or do I not do them? Because if you look at how much material is there, those ones seem to have a lot. So I think I'm going to leave the fronts for now, at least to have an extra set, and I'll do the rears for sure. Well, I got the fairings off all in one piece, and it looks like the tow truck driver snapped this guy right off when he strapped it down, so I'll have to reattach that. But I found something not so good. Fram oil filters, absolute garbage. Don't ever use that crap. Anywho, yeah, I just took the fairings off because I want to do an oil change. So I'm gonna change the oil. Filter is here today, so I'll be replacing that as well. And this exhaust is looking pretty nasty. Anywho, there she is without her dress on. It's amazing how much plastics make it look so much better. Anywho, there we go. Let's change the oil. The bike stands have arrived, so I have to put those together and get this thing up in the air, get the wheels off, go get some tires. Still waiting on the windscreen, and I'm going to be doing an oil change on it today as well. I was waiting for those stands because my oil pan does not fit underneath, so I need to raise it up a little bit. And I have the oil filter, so oil change, the fairings can go back on, tires off, wheels off. I'll get some chain cleaner and clean it, because I thought it had a leak when I first looked at it because of all this gunk down here. I don't think it's a leak, I think it's chain grease. I'm not 100% certain, so I'm gonna clean it all off because it's not dripping, so we'll see. Well, the front wheel's off. Had to pull the calipers. I've never worked on a bike before, it's my first time, but it's pretty straightforward. So now I gotta tackle the rear, but I don't think I have a big enough socket for that nut. I believe it's 26 mil. I have everything but that one. So I'll pull the caliper anyway. I'm not gonna pull the exhaust, but I'll pull the caliper and get started on this too. Both wheels are off. Give her a good little clean before I put it all back together. Oops. But yeah, first time working on a bike's not so bad. It's pretty easy actually. So we're gonna change the rotor. I have a new one sitting in the box, so I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna give this thing a good clean, and then we'll do that. All right, we are at the location. Those are the new tires. Some Dunlop GPR 300s. They look pretty nice. So I'm gonna get these mounted up, and I'll pick them up when they're done.